Mobile 1.3 has kind of been on the back burner lately, what with all of the news about the huge upcoming Journey's End patch for PC, as well of course as the Nintendo Switch port of Terraria. But don't despair, in this quiet period for mobile users, there are a few little morsels of information floating around that I've found from the development team on the official Terraria forums. This is just a relatively brief video, but hopefully it will be enough to tide you over until more substantial information gets released. We're already in the middle of the month, and the way things have gone lately with publishing dates, I would expect a State of the Game update to be released sometime in the next 10 days, and that will certainly contain news for Mobile 1.3 as well as other things, but the only thing is, with E3 also having been in the middle of this month, it's possible that they'll keep the June State of the Game under wraps until later in the month than normal. So all we can do is wait it out. But let's get to those developer comments that I mentioned. As usual, it was Loki who responded to most of the following comments and questions. And here's one. Actually, mobile is taking a long time to show up because the devs plan to port the game to Nintendo Switch first. To which Loki responded, "That has nothing to do with it. Two separate companies, two separate code bases." Loki is of course correct. Pipeworks is the one working on the console ports, while DR Studios is the team responsible for mobile development. They're completely disconnected. And so they're not depriving the mobile development team of resources in order to work on the Switch port. That's simply not true. Another comment was, "Loki, can you guys add an option to be able to switch from the classic controls to the new ones and vice versa?" Obviously talking about the mobile controls coming out for 1.3, which are drastically different. And Loki's response was, "That is extremely unlikely to occur. What you are more likely to see is some level of customization available to the player." From what Loki has said in the past about how much better the new mobile controls will be, I have a feeling that not many people are going to be clamoring for the old control scheme once they get a taste of the new one. Another question was, will Terraria 1.3 Mobile have modded stuff like PC? Loki answered, "Mods are far more difficult to see on platforms like console and mobile because first parties such as Apple, Google, Microsoft, Sony, etc. do not normally allow such things openly and easily on their platforms." This is true as well. Even with the power of modern consoles, it was quite a big deal when Bethesda started allowing mods to the console version of Skyrim, I believe it was. It's just way more difficult overall, and it's very uncommon. As I said, Bethesda really kind of broke new ground by even allowing it at all, even though they were known for a very long time for the quality of mods for the Elder Scrolls, going all the way back to at least Morrowind, which is from the early 2000s, so it's taken a long time for it to happen. Another comment was, "My theory, I have a feeling mobile is taking so long because we will be getting 1.3.62 secretly." Well, Loki put everything out there. He wrote, "Mobile will get Journey's End at some point, but not at launch. It's taking so long because there are a few very important features that still need work and a handful of bugs to get taken care of." Truly excellent news in that mobile will be getting Journey's End. I don't think that's a colossal surprise, but it's nice to have it confirmed. And we've joked before, right, about how old we're all going to be when Mobile 1.3 gets released, let alone any future patches like Journey's End. But it's still nice to know that more will be on the way. And at least 1.3 is going to add so much content that it ought to keep mobile players busy for a while before, things start heating up in terms of requests for Journey's End for mobile. But, that does beg the question, that last comment from Loki. He said it's taking so long because there are a few very important features that still need work. And so I'm wondering what those features might be. Everything I've seen seems to show the mobile 1.3 game really nicely done, full of polish and everything. So it's a little bit of a mystery what they're trying to, put the finishing touches on, but hopefully it won't take too much longer. Anyway, that was it for Loki. The last comment I'm going to share came from Tunnel King, and it was in response to this. Have they selected the people for the testing? If not, when are they going to be selecting them? And that's of course in reference to the limited beta test that's pending for Mobile 1.3. Tunnel King's answer is, not that I know of. If you applied and are selected, you will be notified through the contact information you gave. I really doubt there will be a public announcement of when it happens or who is selected. Now, they've been really quiet about that limited beta ever since it was announced. I'm really quite surprised at this point. We're in mid-June as of this video's recording date. I'm really surprised we haven't gotten any word on it yet, because it's been a while since they announced it. From all indications, from everything we've seen, Mobile 1.3 is quite far along, and so it is a bit of a head scratcher why they announced the beta so soon if they're going to wait this long to actually get going on it. But, we can't know everything, I suppose. Anyway, that's it for now. As I said, not a huge video, but a few interesting quotes all the same, right? I mean, for them to confirm Journey's End for mobile at some point anyway is good news. And some clarification on mods, whether any delays in mobile are attributable to the Nintendo port, all that. So there are a few answers thrown in. Anyway, I expect the state of the game to come out not too far in the future, and I will, as always, include an update video once that hits, because I expect to see, as always, a lot of good information in that one. So anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.